One of my favorite lines from one of my favorite poems, Rudyard Kipling, he says, if you can meet triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same. You know, realizing that we actually don't do things to win or to lose. We do them because we love them, or that's why we should, and that's why I do jiu-jitsu, is because I love it. I don't do jiu-jitsu so that I can win or so that I can lose, and not to be too cliche about it, but I do jiu-jitsu so I can learn, you know? And it is fun. So it's fun, it's interesting, and I learn. I learn about myself, I learn about these deep mysteries of martial arts that, I mean, they're beautiful to me. You know, it's incredible how deep the knowledge goes. In fact, you eventually realize that it's infinite. And so, you know, it's like an infinite passion that you can chase. It doesn't end, and that's what makes it cool. I think it would be boring if it ended, if you could reach a point where it was over. Jiu-jitsu has given me things that I didn't have the imagination to think of. I've got to go see so many different cultures, meet so many different people. You know, I'm from a really small town and a poor family. I thought I'd get the chance to travel and see the world and meet world-class martial artists and teachers and just really cool people and really cool cultures and delicious food from everywhere. And so jiu-jitsu, it has given me a life that I never thought I would get to live. But jiu-jitsu just so happened to be the thing that gave it to me. But you know, I also, in a way, gave myself to jiu-jitsu. I've never stopped. And so the more you put in, the more you get out. You know, and I think that's true for anything. You know, I think if someone put the amount of energy that I put into jiu-jitsu to learn to play the piano, I'm sure the piano would take them all over the world too and do all the same things that I get to do just because of jiu-jitsu. It's really just dedication, and it's just a law, cause and effect. The effect of consistent, daily, dedicated, intentional training, the effect of that is what jiu-jitsu has given me. And anyone can follow that formula in any walk of life, and they will get that effect. You get out what you put in. And I've put in blood, sweat, tears, and broken bones into jiu-jitsu, my heart and my soul. And so, because I've given that much, I've been given that much. I'm not sure what it is about Koh Tao that's so magical, is the word that comes to mind. I've often thought of it like in acupuncture. There are places where you stick the needle, you know, it's called a meridian. And I feel the earth has meridians, and that somehow Koh Tao is one of those points that you would put a needle, a point of energy. And, you know, I come here and this is my 5th time on the island. I've actually now, I consider these guys in the school my team. You know, I've given a couple purple belts out here, and my life has changed drastically, always for the better. Every time I've come out here, I learn so much about myself and others, and it helps develop me. I love movement. I love getting caught up in scrambles. I love racing people in scrambles and being fast. That's what's entertaining to me. Tying positions together. I wouldn't say it's one of my strengths, or maybe I should say it's not necessarily one of my interests to maintain positions for a long time. I like tying all the positions together, finding the pathways from one to another. That's what's fun to me, and I feel like that's also, you know, what one of my slight competitive advantages are, is I have a lot of pathways between every position. So there's never a point where I'm lost. I like to just kind of be a little tricky and a little weird, and I find that transitions are a great place to do that. So just movement, you know, as much movement as possible, and then just, I like to snap into submissions. You know, look, there's no right or wrong way. It's just what you like the most. And we all have different theories, but to me, I love to move, and then snap into a position, slide into a submission, instead of crush, and slowly, you know, crush my way into a submission. Sometimes I will do that if necessary, but I just like movement. I like to play. I like to be a little lion monkey as I'm grappling. There was a time where I literally didn't know that I was good at jiu-jitsu. I didn't know. And ultimately, I'm still not good at jiu-jitsu compared to my potential, or the potential of jiu-jitsu. You know, I mean, jiu-jitsu perfected is something that we all are striving for, but it's also impossible. I guess one day I kind of realized, whoa, you're actually pretty decent, and then it just made me want to build on that, you know. So realizing, you know, that we are decently good and have potential is the first step, but then also realizing that we have so far to go. I mean, jiu-jitsu being infinite, you can't even reach the halfway to infinity. So, you know, I think that one thing that has helped me get good or realize my potential or whatever is just realizing how impossible perfection is to reach, and so it kind of takes the pressure off. We gain confidence in trying, you know. I mean, at first, if you've never climbed a mountain, you don't have the confidence you can, and if you just sit on the couch, you'll never have that. But then you climb a small mountain and you say, oh, I can do that, and then you climb a bigger mountain, and then a bigger and a bigger, and then one day you realize, you're like, whoa, actually there's no mountain I can't climb. There's nothing I can't do. We set our own limitations, and so I gained confidence in myself when I realized that we set our own limitations. I stopped setting my own limitations. In fact, I have done things, I've got to do things that I never thought were possible. I couldn't even have imagined them. I've let go of the results, and then everything that comes to me is just, well, there's no expectation, you know, and expectation is what actually holds us back the most, you know, expecting to lose or expecting to win or expecting this, expecting that. As soon as you stop expecting and just be grateful for every breath, then everything's awesome. And when everything's awesome, you do your best.